right, welcome and hello as we are diving into the Blue Rose. Amazingly excited as our teenage heroes unlocking the powers that pervade the universe itself find themselves in the world of Kryn, trying to currently find the secret of, really trying to get back this crazy heart of the glacier. They have done well under found the ship, pushed their way on board, and defeated some of the guardians of it. They are now in the hold of the ship with the crate at least next to them, as holding the crate is detrimental to everybody's health. So it is currently near them as they are in a hallway with the crew that were below decks with them either killed or locked away, with a rather angry crew up top, currently having not broken down the door that Kelly has magically locked, but who can say if and when that will change. With that, the ship now sails further and further, and in fact, you are 3 miles from shore at this point. Having pushed far out, and these 3 miles mechanically is me putting my fear to 0 for the session. And we'll just start the session. The boat rocks back and forth, and in the hallway you are in now, the temperature is plummeting. Having moved a glacier from a large area where the nearby waters helped with the temperature, you now find yourselves feeling like you're in the midst of a horrible winter. Stalactites forming on your noses and even on your hair. You shiver just a bit from everything happening. There is a rumble of discussion that you can't quite make out on coming from the top deck, the noise dulled by the intense cold. And to start off, let us go ahead and give me call this finesse react, please. For everybody.
10 with hope.
Okay.
4.
Critical success.
Nice.
With
critical success. 2 2s. Yes.
Oh, that's way different.
Yes.
20 with hope.
Okay. In that case, Peridot, you're going to mark a stress from the cold. The rest of you succeed.
Guys, it's so cold. Does anybody know how to drive this thing?
Kelly will close her Grimiori, place it into her sack, and take a look at the crate. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but I have a plan. What if I can get all of us off the ship right now?
How?
What about
Magic?
Ace?
Well, Mace too, actually.
What?
Where
kind
would
of
we
magic?
go?
Anywhere. I could get us back to our inn, or I could take us to somewhere else we've been.
It feels like this plan should come with a catch.
Well, magic is not always 100%, and there is always the slim chance that we could end up literally anywhere.
Well, I think you can do it, Kelly.
But first, we need to get Ace.
How are we gonna get him? Isn't he not on the boat?
Right. And I can only do this spell once.
What spell is this, just so I can
This
be reading
is
while
teleport.
you RP? Thank you. Continue.
And because of the way it's worded, I notice it doesn't mention creatures. It mentions others, which is a bit open-ended.
Yep.
All right.
Would
So,
we be able to teleport to Ace?
Well, yes, we could teleport to Ace, but the problem with that is once we teleport to Ace, we can't do it again. So wherever we are, we're going to be stuck there.
Above table, do we know what's up with Ace or no?
No.
Okay.
I might be able to contact him.
All right.
All right, okay. As you see, kind of grips their blue rose symbol that we have now, and is going to try to make an instinct roll and contact Ace.
Okay.
That is going to be an 8 with
Ooh.
hope plus 3 is 11. I needed a 12.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. So Kelly, what you'll know is we would do a -4 to take the glacier with you.
that's fair.
Cool.
Okay, well, the problem is we can't go without Ace, so this plan is not going to work.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, you're probably 2 miles away from Ace at this point. So if you
Oh.
do nothing, you're going to be apart from Ace.
Oh, that's true. I guess we can try this, but we don't know where Ace is. That's the problem. So we don't even know how to teleport to Ace. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, that would be another -4.
exactly, and that's going to be way too many minuses for this to work.
I mean, I could help you out with this, considering with our new abilities, I can help assist in magic and give you a little bit of my essence. Above table, I can now provide a D8 if I spend a hope to help with magic.
Yeah.
On
The
slow
other-
casting rolls.
The other thing to keep in mind, depending on where you're trying to go, because we talked about this last session, in case it's not in our heads, the heart of Glacier getting into the ocean is very bad, and if you go off course, traveling across the ocean, there's a chance that you're going to end up in the ocean. I mean, such that if you're going to go into the water with it, there's a high chance of everyone dying. or having to make. I mean, I guess you can always choose not to die in this game, but of horrible things happening. Not to put you off, I just want to be clear on consequences.
Do you feel confident enough, Kelly?
With a -8, a -4, sure, but a -8, getting a
I
16.
can give you a D8.
Well, I did earn a little hope, but I don't know if I have enough. No, I don't. Oh yeah, yeah, I do. I could use the hope on my. Let's think. That could be a
give you-
+3, -4, -4 plus a D8, and trying to get a 16 total with
I
a
could
+3.
give you one of my prayer dice too.
Yes, actually. I think this could work. I think realistically it could work. Now that I'm looking at the numbers. Because that would be +3, +3, plus a D8, plus a prayer dice, -8.
And
Yes.
I might be able to help out by using my powers to switch your dualities if needed.
Okay. I think I can do this.
You are going to watch Elias take your hand, and you're going to see the shadows of her magic kind of meld into your magic.
Could I just help with the regular help mechanic?
Matt, you're muted.
It's a hope, right?
Yeah, I'll spend a hope and if I
No,
could.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Nope.
Well, if I could, I would be trying to use my Wayfinder subclass to know the quickest, easiest way to a place we've been before.
Okay. That'd be great if you were going to a place you've been before.
Oh, are we not trying to get
No.
back to the mainland?
No,
Oh,
we're trying to get
okay.
to Ace,
I'm trying to get to Ace.
which is why we have that extra D4 minus. I'm not D4 minus.
Right.
4.
So if you want to come
Well-
up with something different, sure. I just
Okay.
If you come up with something different, could I, because we're all doing something together, lend my experience of we're all in this together
yeah,
for the cost of my hope?
I think so. I guess so. You'd be doing 2 things. I guess that's fine. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. So much is going to become clear when the official rules come out. It's all good. Let's do it. Yeah, because the experience mechanic's different. So absolutely.
I'm gonna sacrifice a hope for it. And so while Liza's shadows kind of like coalesce, Peridot is just like kind of like murmuring some happy prayers that we can do this, that she believes in us, and and in Kelly's magic, and that we're all going to be able to make it to Ace's little boat together with the glacier heart, and everything's gonna be okay. And there's like little like motes of like blue and green stars that kind of just like blink into existence around us, kind of like dancing around us in a circle almost.
Nice.
So you get a +3.
Oh, nice. All right. So I have that. And what did Lies give?
So I'm giving you a D8, and then if you need to, I can swap your duality rolls. So if your hope or fear is bigger and you need it swapped, I can do that.
Okay.
Okay. And what else? And Peridot's giving a prayer die?
Yep.
Which is a what?
And I'm giving you my number 4 prayer die.
What's that?
So technically you get +7 from me total. My
This-
all in this together
so that's another
experience.
4.
Mm-hmm. So we're all in this together is +3. And then my prayer dice is I rolled a 4 on it, so it's a +4, so total +7.
Okay. All right. I'm just adding everything up. I got a D8 to roll real quick. And was there anything else before I started making these rolls?
Robin's D6.
D6. Okay. Is that an advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and roll the D8 since I have to roll that separately. Let's see how we do. Let's see how we start off. Oh, good. That's a 6. So now it's only a -2, which is really good news. Really good news. Okay. Let's roll it. Oh,
Is it a critical
wow.
success?
No, it's good. It's good. Let's see. It is with fear, but it is I rolled a total of 30 with fear. Plus
Wow.
the 6. That's 36 technically. -8. 36 -8. So that's 28. So it definitely meets the 16. Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
remember, we can swap the values of your duality dice.
Oh,
so
that's
I
right.
could make your fear become your hope.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. So I
Because
think
that
at that
way
moment, you feel Liza's hand grip a little harder as like you almost struggle with this, so much like pressure on you, and she just calms you down.
Okay.
Perfect. Then with that, what does your magic look like for this actually, Kelly?
Okay. So she has us all gather around the crate, and we kind of sit there with our hands holding each other since we're all kind of using our energy together. And she begins to chant some magic. And then this swirling rainbow begins to twirl around and around in the center of us until it just starts getting bigger like a tornado, and it just begins to engulf all of us until all we can see around us is just rainbow colors. And it's like, for a moment, it's like shaking, and we're not sure if it's going to work or not, or if we're about to die in this beautiful blitz of rainbowy goodness. But then as it begins to lower and our hair stops swirling with the air around us, we find ourselves sitting in the boat with Ace, with the crate.
Very good. As the winds, you pop here, and Ace, looking real bad, probably unconscious at this point, as you find yourself, you're far away from the shores of Daniel here, and about a mile out in this
Okay.
little rowboat.
All right, everybody, let's get control of this boat and let's get out of here before they realize.
Does anyone know how to drive a boat?
My old character did.
Specifically a sailboat.
That's right. I remember it was a sailboat. It was a small sailboat he took. I remember now. Thank you, Molly.
I don't have anything mechanically that would let me know.
Me neither, but I can try and figure it out.
I can also help you in this.
So the question is here is, are you trying to go directly back to the docks?
Oh, that's a good point. Do we want to go to an area away from the docks? I think maybe that's where we should go.
Keep in mind that with a ship this size, you're going to have to try to. It would you possibly destroy your ship, right? Because
Mhm.
there's like, or you have to tell me kind of what you're trying to do. Because the whole point of a dock is that it's safe water with the depth that you can get to. If you're going, oh, we're going off dock with something that can't touch the water,
Hmm.
so you just have to try to figure out what you have. I didn't even know what we're trying to do, if that makes sense.
I think we're just trying to get to a place that we can hide. So
not trying to get off the boat, just trying to be on the boat somewhere.
I think we are definitely trying to get off the boat, just trying to get to a place maybe in the city away from the water, so we can hide with this thing until we can find out what's going on with our dragon buddy, or go, if he gave us a place to go, we'll go there.
We didn't, but so yeah. So you're going to the dock, or are you trying to do some shenanigans too?
Like beach it somewhere
Yeah,
else.
right.
Yeah, since I mean Kelly's in bad shape, I assume Peridot is, and Ace. So I'm more interested in, let's just get somewhere safe rather than let's go somewhere and cause a lot of commotion. I don't know.
So
I don't know what you're asking, and I'm just.
are you trying to go to the docks? Or
I don't
are
know.
you
Are we
trying
wanting
Let's
at
send
the
Kelly out the answer.
The
Peridot would,
docks. Sorry, go ahead, Molly.
Peridot would vote that the safest thing she can think of would be to go back out. Like, we know the direction that we came from to get here. So if we head back in that direction, we might meet the dragon halfway. And we're also on the boat already. And going back into town where we're wanted criminals is probably not a good idea.
Cool.
And we could rest on the boat once we figure out how to sail it.
Cool. So this option is out to sea, generally where you originally were sailing from when you were on the island before, where the entrance to Feywild was, because that's where you would have been coming from. So that's option one. Is there any other options someone wants to put forth?
Nayland's fine with option 1, with the caveat that she wants to see if she could see that the weather seems stable for the next few hours that she can predict.
It's really funny. Okay. So let's go ahead and I guess resolve that here. So you're going to try to look at the sky and determine some weather. So it's going to be instinct. I don't know if you've got something fun to help you.
No, I'm just going to roll instinct. Yep. Oh, critical success. 4/4.
Perfect. So I would say the critical success. The weather seems like it would be clear. However, this artifact on the open seas is going to, by its very nature, cause nasty weather potentially.
Okay.
So there will be chances of it happening because of this, because this is like a pure, cold, crazy thing out on the open ocean, causing potential problems.
Does Nayland tell the group this?
Yeah. I think she's just like, no, I think it's too risky. We have to get this on shore.
I think I might actually have the magic that I came into. Wise has this new ability called Hush. Make a spellcasting roll against a target within close range. On a success, spend a hope to temporarily conjure suppressive magic around the target that encompasses everything within very close range of them and follows them as they move. The target and anything within the area cannot make noise and cannot cast spells until the GM spends 2 fear to end it. You cast the spell again or take major damage. Would you allow this to work?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I might be able to help with this. So I'm going to make a spellcasting roll. I'm going to also add another experience because I'm the GM's favorite. And we got to make this path. So add a +2 to this. Yeah. So that is going to be a 17 with fear.
Okay.
Halfway to
Yeah, halfway
To
to
fear.
it not working. So for that, yeah, you put out, it just barely seems to cover the artifact, but the cold and the intensity, the ice that's been forming around this ship since you've landed does seem to subside.
I think about a little time. Whoever's steering the boat, you better go fast though.
Kelly will be standing there at the boat trying to remember being on a yacht, but she never actually drove a yacht. She was just sunbathing, but she thinks she can figure it out.
All right. So who's attempting to drive? Is it Kelly?
If Kelly wants to drive, can Nayland help navigate though?
Interesting. So we're going to have an operational, yeah. So we're going to split this up into an operational roll and then trying to get to where you want to go roll. Sounds good. So Kelly, I'll need finesse,
Oh, no.
and Naylin, I'll need instinct.
$14 with fear.
Oh no! 20 with hope.
Okay, so Kelly, that is a failure with fear and a success with hope. So you know where you're going.
We're going the wrong way.
And that's 2 fear.
Yeah, so you know you're going the wrong ways with navigating. So, all right. Let's see here. I would say before I do one more thing, or before I do anything, I'm going to give Peridot a chance to do a thing, if she so desires. Because basically, this is again how Daggerheart works. Like, I'm going to move the story along at this point, given the results and tokens I have. And so before I do that, like in this trying to do a thing scene, you're the only one who hasn't really done a thing. You just want to add to what's up.
Just because I know Kelly is injured, I'm going to try to heal her.
Nice.
And of course, I rolled a 14 with fear on my spellcasting roll.
Heck yes.
But it works. It works. So,
give me a
Kelly?
sec. I'm sorry.
Kelly, you can mark either 2 hit points to heal or 2 stress.
I'll take the hit points for now.
All right. Sorry about that. So we did heal, and we had a fear for it. So how much HP did Kelly regain?
2.
2 hit points.
Perfect. So what did that look like when you did it?
So I think when Kelly went to go work trying to navigate on the sailboat, she got all tangled up in like the rigging, and she kind of just like was hanging there by one arm, like all stuck in like the rigging for the sail. And I helped her out, and I saw that she had some boo boos, and Peridot pulls out like some stuff to wrap up her ouchies and everything. It's like, it's okay, Kelly, you'll be fine. And we're just really distracted and not going in the right direction.
I think Nayland keeps turning around going, Kelly, I said to the left. Kelly, no, Peridot, she's got to pick up the oar.
But she's injured.
Yeah, Kelly does look pretty rough.
Yeah. Perfect. So, as you push yourself out, you find yourself getting in the midst of a thick fog that you seem to be creating. The ward that lies put on slowly gives way.
Uh-oh.
You feel bits of ice slightly hit the ship, making the way ahead nearly or entirely invisible to you. You only see what is... Your vision is very close, basically. This thick fog. And here on the open seas lies the heart now through the crate. You feel it pulsing. Not just coldness through your skin and your faint heart, but the very, very few bits of you that still cling to the realm beyond this one, to the realm of death. It seems to be reaching and sending a beacon.
Guys, not to make things a little worse, that we don't know where we are, and Kelly obviously can't steer a sailboat. I think this thing's sending a beacon out to death or something like that.
Well, what if it's maybe sending out a beacon to the dragon, right?
If the dragon's dead, yeah, totally. Well, I don't think he was dead though, Nayland. I think he was pretty alive.
No, yeah, I remember.
Anything everyone's doing?
Can I try to cast my death grip spell to wrap the crate in vines and suppress the beaconness. I can constrict it and deal 2 stress.
I don't think that's going to work here.
Fair enough.
Naylin,
Mm.
can you try to steer us? I know Kelly's trying a really good job, but I don't know if it's working.
Yeah. Kelly, move over. Figure out something to do about that crate.
Kelly looks hurt.
You're just really good at magic now, and this thing's creating some creepy magic.
Yeah, I'll just go look at the crate.
Well, I mean, I'd rather it not send out these beacon signals.
Peridot's suggestion was that we head back to where we think the dragon is coming from, right?
Correct.
Which would be the glacier where this heart is from.
Roughly. Well,
So
you
my-
don't really know where the glacier is. What Peridot suggests what you guys were doing was tracing the trajectory you originally came from.
Okay. I think Nayland's thinking that because so with my path forward feature, I can head toward a place if I carry an object with me that's been there before. So I think she would try and use her since she can't see very well, she would try to use her wayfinder magic to use the beacon to bring the beacon back to whence it came and head in that direction
Gotcha.
to assist her navigation because she can't see very well.
Okay. Good. So, I would say one thing to think of as a party then, I would say to do that, you're going to need to come in contact with it somehow, which could have some damaging effects.
And so the crate right now is what's giving the magical effect.
No, it's the heart of the glacier that's within the crate.
Okay, good. I want to try something because of the way it's worded. I want to try counterspell.
Okay. Let's see here. So let's see how this words here. Okay, so you can interrupt a spell, a magical effect that's taking place. Okay. I would say, just so we're clear on this, is that we're going to just add like a. It's basically going to operate a little similar to what Lies was doing, with it potentially. In other words, fear can cause it to reactivate again.
Gotcha. Yeah, magical artifact. Got it.
Mm-hmm. But you can definitely try to do it for now.
Yeah, I want to. Okay, so it's a 21 with hope.
Okay. This road doesn't happen with hope.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
but it's a 21.
21.
Perfect. Because if I had fear, I wouldn't get fear either from it.
That's true.
Because it's a reaction roll. Cool. So, all right. So this will work out now because you put out and the effect begins to use the coldness and the fog begins to lift. It's slowly the ship's becoming clear. You still can't see just a second past the prow of the ship. Now, Nayland, you want to try to make a course now, correct?
Yeah.
You're able to touch it. And so your wayfinder ability just lets you make the roll with just having something.
Okay.
Is that correct?
It doesn't have a roll associated with it. It just says path forward. When you're headed to a place you visited before or you carry an object that's been there, you can identify the shortest, most direct path. So it doesn't mean safest, but at least I have a direction to go.
Oh,
when I
okay.
get
So you can
to-
give it. Okay, cool. So you can just get your thing. Perfect. Okay. So what does this look like? Give me a visual. How you use it to identify it.
I was Kelly's ability helping me touch it, or should I also do
Yeah.
something to protect myself?
You can actively touch it now.
Okay, great. I think that Nayland touches the crate and finds the holes through the crate and knows that it's hurt lies before, but Kelly's helping. Nayland puts her fingers through, tries to touch this heart, and I think she kind of goes into whatever trance, that meditative trance that she can access when she takes her rests. And she taps into the weave or whatever that looks like here on this world. And she can see a different landscape, not the same landscape that she saw before, like the physical world. She can see the traces of where this heart has been. The landscape looks like paths and little strings connecting things, and she'll follow that string.
Okay, cool. Push through. The fog's becoming somewhat lighter at this point. You realize the sea is silent, not calm, just silent, like the waves are holding their breath. A lack of sound clings to you, weighs down your thoughts like a shroud. And then you hear it, a slow, moaning groan, wood bending, straining, cracking, not from your own vessel, but just somewhere off your starboard side. Then the fog fully parts. Towering beside your ship, like a phantom leviathan, is a vessel stitched together from wreckage and rot. Its sails hang in tatters like burial shrouds, and its mast leans like a snapped spine. Phantom chains bind rotting beams, and ghostly figures cling to every surface, faces locked in expressions of drowning terror, mouths open in endless screams that you can feel in your bones, but cannot hear. It doesn't sail on the water, it glides, dragging death in its wake. and where it passes, the sea ices over in delicate fractals. At its prow stands no captain, only a jagged throne of bone and splinters empty. For now. Then all around you, the wind begins to whisper. Memories of loss and grief, so many breaths gasping and dying, as ghostly cannons begin to glow. And we are entering some combat, my friends.
Oh,
Ooh. Nayland
no,
immediately
no.
reaches out for Lies, who's the one who knows things about death.
So to start out, I'm activating so it gets to go. And it's, let's see here. Kelly, you were driving, so your ship's going to have your max HP, and its armor is going to behave like your armor. So as if you had it full, okay? So
okay. So,
So
not
is
my
it-
actual armor right now.
not what you have right now, but what would you have if you were all repaired?
I'm
This is
saying,
a fully
guys,
functional ship.
this
Yeah,
is gonna be a
I'm
short
just saying, whatever
combat.
your stats are, we're going to just borrow yours since you
Okay.
were there. But yours are separate. So the hull here, it's going to, the ship rams yours, is what's going on. So we're going against essentially Kelly's evasion.
Nayland did take over the driving.
You're
is
right. You
true.
did
That
say
is
you
true.
did.
I think that
You
is-
did. Thank you. Thank
Don't
you.
rely on the wizards. Come on.
Sorry, it was because of my head, so I apologize. So 19,
So Nayland's evasion's 15.
19.
Good.
Ah!
Better than mine.
So whatever I said about Kelly is it's Nayland stuff that we're using. Then,
Okay.
very good. You don't get to regenerate by switching captains. But 19. All right, so I will roll the damage here. It's out here. Sorry. Actually gets 2 attacks, right? Because I spent a fear. Okay. Here we go. So it's going to do 3d12. Get some else. So that's 30 damage, physical.
Okay. And I can use my thresholds and stuff? And armor
Yeah,
slots?
we're just going to take everything that you have and basically make a separate Nayland. That's the ship, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Okay, the ship's going to use 2 armor slots to go from severe to major.
Nice. Okay, the cannons fire. And the way this is going to work is this is essentially a group attack. So I roll 1 die and it hits everybody whose evasion I roll higher than.
Okay.
So that is 14
Hits me.
or equal or higher too. So I hit Kelly. Who else do I hit?
Me.
Me.
No.
Okay. That also means not the ship, technically. Very cool. So 2, 3. Ooh, I'm rolling horribly. Well, that helped a bit. 25 physical damage.
So that's in severe territory for me. So is that like 3? I marked 3 on this?
If you don't lower it by armor, yeah.
Oh, I have no armor. So yeah. Okay. This is not good. Kelly looks really bad.
It's a good thing I healed you when I could.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I would be down right now if you hadn't.
Okay, so to review as we go into your turns, you can decide one person can take as many turns as they want, or you can just all go 1-1-1-1-1. That's the group's decision. The reasons why you would potentially want to do that is if one person wanted to do several things they were good at to maybe change the situation.
Yeah.
But I would say you probably want to like ask everybody, go, hey, here's my idea or whatever.
I do think Kelly wants to try to go first since she might be getting knocked down soon. She's going to put together a sphere of fire to sling a fireball at this at the ship here, because I assume I don't see any creatures on it.
Yeah, this thing seems to be a conscient creature in of itself.
Okay, so I just want to attack it then. All right. Okay. That's a 18 with fear.
That hits.
The damage I rolled was 25.
Ooh, very nice.
And then obviously, fear.
Yeah, that's going to be straight up 3 damage because you hit the severe threshold.
Good.
Ooh.
Large hole opens up on the ship here. As it does, you see bits of it explode out, these screaming faces of souls being tortured by your flames, in addition to the cold. One of them lands next to you, Kelly, forms up, and grabs your throat.
Oh, shoot.
And so it's just so weird with me. There it is. Perfect. So they will roll. So they get a 12.
A 12 misses, actually.
There we go. All right, so this clattering pile of bones here stays and is another combatant. Was activated. And then Kelly rolled with fear, which means I can activate the ship. It's going to go ahead and use an action mod to fire. Oh, it's not going to hit anybody with a natural 1.
Woo!
Avoid the cannon fire. This is a group effort. How do you avoid this bombardment of fire, everybody? Just give us the visual.
Duck. Evasive maneuvers.
Yeah.
Hide behind the person who's holding me by the throat.
Yeah. I love it. They're back. Hey, watch it.
Specifically when Lies says Doug, Peridot's like, quack, where?
And you just sort of turn to look, and the turn to look is what makes it miss you. I love it. All right. Who would like to go next?
Nayland would like to take a look at the ship. And my new level 5 ability, Know Thy Enemy, she would like to suss out this ship, make an instinct roll, and if I succeed, I can spend a hope to ask you some questions about the enemy.
Okay, so this is my difficulty to set, yeah?
An instinct roll against the target. I don't know if that
Perfect.
means it's
Yep.
evasion or okay.
It has a difficulty, so I was just looking for it. Yeah.
Okay. 16 with hope.
That will fail.
Yep. But at least it was hope.
Was. But with that, it's going to go to ram the ship.
Yuck.
Actually, no, it's going to fire its cannon again.
No.
Ooh, you'll only have to beat a 6.
Ooh.
Aims the hole that Kelly poured in it, making it be off kilter. Now, I think you get to finish your turn there, Nayland. Because that was only part of it, right?
Well, no. If it fails, then nothing happens.
Okay. So that's your whole turn?
Yes. If everybody would be cool with it, though, Nayland would use another action token to try to row away.
Throw my shoe at Nalen's head.
Cool. Any objections for Nayland taking another turn here?
No.
No.
Okay. All right. So the ship here was very close. I'll let you get to use your action, so we can go ahead and put you too far, I think.
Could I spend a hope to use an experience escape artist to potentially get further?
I think I want to roll for that, please. Probably finesse.
Should I do it? Yeah, right? That's the game. Okay.
Yeah. Go.
Alrighty. Oh, 14 with fear.
Okay. Unfortunately, it keeps pace with you. As it does, it's going to fire the cannons twice.
It's gonna kill me now, Nayland. All because of you.
That's how our relationship works, isn't it?
Okay, first cannon's only a 4.
Yay.
Second, dirty 20.
Yeah.
It's going to be, I think,
Roll low, roll low, roll low.
Yeah. Oh, wrong die. All right, here we go. So, all right. I'm going to add this up. 17 plus 12 is 29. Plus 18
Jesus.
is 30, 47.
What? Hold on.
47?
Oh, but I have Wizard's Hope. So I can spend my 3 hope instead of marking my last hit point.
Nice. Yeah, the damage for the cannons is 3d20. So that's why it's so
So
high.
I'm still up.
Wise is not.
Oh, shoot.
She is making a death roll.
Kelly wants to shoot a fireball at this thing. I want to get rid of this thing. I just want to get rid of it.
All right. I would just want to we got to do Lies death move,
Okay.
and then I just want to get permission from Peridot because they haven't gotten.
Oh,
it.
that's right. I'm sorry.
All good.
Death move. Yeah, I'm gonna try to avoid death.
Okay, so avoid death. You just automatically avoid. You just have to. So we decide together what happens that makes the situation worse for everybody. And then you roll your duality for the scar, I believe, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. So, duality. That's 17.
Okay. So, and I think it's. Does it give the difficulty there?
It's
It's
my
basically
level
level.
or under.
Perfect. All right. Then I have a bunch, but what ideas are you thinking is going to make this worse?
So, I think. Oh man, I'm sorry, guys. Lies falling to all this cannon blast, and then Kelly leashing off a fireball. The fireball aims at the boat because Kelly's blind rage is a blind rage.
I like it. So we're it's not going to use up an action, Kelly, but that's the visual is that if you're good with it.
What are we doing?
So what Light suggested for something getting worse is because you were saying you wanted to try to do a fireball, and I wouldn't take away the action token with this, but you conjuring this fire is happening while Lies is blown into you, and then essentially the ship's getting lit on fire.
Oh, okay.
So that's the much worse consequence for Lies not dying, basically.
Gotcha.
Our ship's gonna die, maybe.
We
With
only
the
have
heart in
2 HP left.
Yeah. So basically I'm going to roll damage on the ship. Basically what that's going to happen is I get to spend some of your action tokens to damage the ship directly. So it hits, the ship begins to come on fire as Lies' body hits Kelly. Kelly, you're able to catch Lies and brace so that pieces of wood and the shrapnel don't pierce her and kill her outright as she's unconscious within your arms. And then I'm checking with Peridot.
Peridot, let's see here. It says creature. I'm like trying to see if I could finagle that, like any of my healings, like things that I have to the bow, because like Peridot.
Your
normally,
construct, you could make the argument.
Yeah, and plus Peridot normally does have like if it were in D&D, she does have mending, so she knows how to do that as magic. Whether or not it works here is beside the point, but I would argue to use I do have like a I'm wondering if I could use it my mending touch to like heal the boat.
I think this makes sense. I like it because you roll with it, right?
For mending touch, I don't have to roll for it. I do have a healing spell that requires a spellcast roll, too. I have a lot of healing spells here.
You got it. So, what is the spell you want to use, do?
You lay your hands upon a creature, channel healing magic to help close their wounds. I spend 2 hope and heal a hit point or a stress.
Okay, I'm good with that. So, your action, I'll mark an action token. And give me the visual for how this occurs.
Peridot's going to be like, please work, please work, please work, please work. And she puts her hands on the boat, and the little blue and green stars kind of like light up, and they kind of the flames kind of like start what's the word, fading, diffusing, whatnot, and they all eventually kind of like putter out, and the boat is like still looking kind of like on its last legs, but the fires are out.
Okay, so then we're gonna make that. Then we're gonna say we don't get the HP back, but the fires are out. That's what we will do then. As they get red and putter, and it is damaged, but no longer on fire. Then they get. I just passed out, so anybody wants to go.
Kelly, if you're going to do something, do it now. Otherwise, I'm speeding
gonna
out of here.
Throw a fireball.
Yes.
19 with hope.
Very good. It explodes onto the ship.
Another 25.
Nice.
Yeah, at this point, I am barely holding on. How does their ship look?
Their ship is now this. Oh, wait. So my bad. That happened. You damaged it. Another piece falls next to you and attacks. Another one of those souls.
Well, it was nice knowing you all.
Let's see what we get. There's a 14.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. The ship itself does look severely damaged. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong. Sorry, only a 9 to hit.
Oh, that misses.
There we go. All right. Aelin or Peridot?
Naylan will then, and there's two souls here on the ship now, right?
Yes.
Naylan will, instead of speeding away because the ship looks bad, and maybe Kelly has a point that they should get rid of the ship. Naylan's going to unleash a barrage of stars from her freckles at the two spirits that are here. So I'm gonna make a spell casting roll.
Okay, against the spirits.
Yes, this is any enemies in close range.
Yes.
17 with hope.
That hits.
Okay, I will spend a hope to deal some damage with those stars. Both of them take 14 magical.
Okay. So you cut through at them effortlessly. And they are gone. That was with hope, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Is the enemy boat in close range or
Far.
far? Okay. That I have nothing to attack with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try and heal Lies.
Woohoo!
Alright, that's a 16 with hope, which means it beats my spellcast 13, which means you get 2 hit points back.
Thank you. What happened? Are we gone?
I've done Kelly so far and Lies. Because my healing hand spell, I can't use it on the same target until my next long rest. So I have to make sure I write down who I use it on.
Nice.
Did you also use it on the ship?
No, that was
Cool.
my mending touch spell.
Cool.
Okay, so Lies, you are up. Do you want to do anything?
How far away is the ship?
Far.
At a far range? And that's the one after. So it goes very close, melee far? Or is it melee very close far?
Melee, very close, far.
Okay. Then I am going to channel some of my spell magic as you watch Lies just drain the shadows into her, giving me. Which one do I- let's go. I'll get rid of my shadow bind for now. So I'm going to send that away and gain hope to that level. And then with that hope, I'm going to assist Dalen in escaping. So I will give Dalen a d6. That'll be my turn.
Nice.
Nalen's ready to row, but she's pausing to see if Kelly wants to shoot
Kelly
again.
is slinging a fire.
I feel like injured Kelly is just like drunkenly flinging these fireballs this way and that.
I don't know if this was gonna hit though. It's a 16 with hope.
That misses.
Ah! Wait, I rolled my happy number though.
Nice. Okay. In that case,
Would a 20 hit?
why? What are you doing?
I could give her my other prayer die.
Is that a reaction?
It just says I can add to any roll result after the roll.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, you don't get to know the answer to that question, but you can add to the
Oh, okay.
result.
Yeah. I hope it does. I'm gonna add the 20. I'm gonna be like, Kelly, you can do this.
All right.
And then like my little sparks kind of like join in with your fireball.
Yeah, so it's about to miss. You go, Kelly, you can do this, and I can imagine Kelly like putting out her arm and pulling it back so it does like a little curve away and smacks directly into the hull.
For 23 damage.
Woo!
Okay. And with that, the ship explodes into many, many souls that mostly are now sinking and floating around your ship.
Oh
One
god.
does appear next to
Uh,
Kelly and swings
Oh no.
only for 3.
Thankfully that misses. But Kelly falls down anyway.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and convert a little bit, and I'm gonna throw 3 stress at Kelly.
3 stress at Kelly.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Fear.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm so bad on stress right now.
Mechanically, I took 6 actions, converted them to 3 fear, and gave you 3 stress.
You know what? I have 1 HP left and 1 stress left.
So there's just one ghosty guy on our
Yeah,
ship.
because the visual I think is because Kelly's doing all this damage is my thing. She's like, she's just blasting these things, and so and she's carrying the team in a lot of ways. And so I think that's just this huge thing that's all on her is kind of doing that. Yes. So just the one left. If anybody wants to carry it.
I want to stab him. Not my Kelly! It's rolling. 14 with
That-
hope.
That it's.
For 24 damage.
Ooh. It fades. So now you just have these strange souls in the water.
I would like to boat away evasively.
Let's go. So yeah, let's do a finesse, I believe.
Okay. And I'm gonna spend a hope if I can to add escape artist.
Yeah.
And I have advantage from lies.
Yep, you have a D6.
20 with
Ooh,
fear.
very nice.
Just gloss over that fear.
Okay.
All right. Naylin, take a stress.
Okay. Now Nayland looks a lot like Kelly with 1 HP and 1 stress left.
Oh no.
Yeah, because I think in this thing, as you are pushing this, you're steering the ship the best you can. Huge waves of souls are forming, seeking to grab people and bring them to the land of the dead. As you are avoiding some of it splashing on you, as it does, skeletal hands come up, try to grasp you over, but you steady yourself, throwing them aside as you are having all these waters splash upon you instead of your friends, until finally, you are outside of these death waters and breathing slowly. And fog begins to pour a little bit once more out of the heart as it's slowly reactivating from Kelly's counterspell.
I can't do anything about it this time.
I
It's like
could
a
try
wondrous thing.
one more time. If y'all
can-
think it'll help,
I can help you as a student of magic.
that would be very grateful. Is that a D6?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to try my hush ability since I have one more hope. Here we go. That's a 22 with hope.
Woo!
Okay. So as it begins again, you're like, no. And you concentrate hard now and suppress its power as you float upon the open seas. Then navigating, I would say, from your sparkles, so from your energy and wayfinding, you're somewhere around 2 weeks away of sailing in the small craft.
We need food. We're going to need to search the boat for, fishing stuff and supplies. And she's kind of like drifting off to sleep as she's talking.
Search
We
the
need
boat. Are we not in
hooks.
like a little canoe?
It's a it's a sailing boat.
Got it.
There's
It's
something
a
like
sloop.
yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, it's a little sailboat. It was so funny. It was like what Ace found was quote unquote a sailboat is what he said. So, sloop is kind of what we've come to.
I'm like, so when you originally said sloop, I was envisioning like the sloop from there's this game where you can play as a pirate and Cult Sea of Thieves, and they have a sloop on there, so that's what I'm visualizing.
Yeah.
So yes, there is room for supplies on there. It's just, are there supplies?
We need to rest, everyone.
So a sloop, just to give us some idea, is around 45 feet long.
Is it all top deck or is there anything below deck?
There's a top deck and there's like room for like storage, basically. Oh yeah, here we go. They had 3 decks: surface deck, the hold, and the bilge.
Could we realistically sleep in one of those lower decks?
Probably the hold. I mean, you sleep up top too.
Yeah, I was just worried about like the weather. Okay, everyone. Yeah, go ahead, Lies.
I would like to think that I could sleep and do magic at the same time and my spell would last, but I don't know how that works in this world. So I'm guessing I might be able to only short rest while you guys sleep. If we want this thing to stay like it is.
And if we want to keep sailing, I think I also can short rest but not sleep.
You don't look in very good condition, Aelin.
But we're
I
in
don't
the
know
middle
what
of
the
the
other-
ocean. She is right.
Yeah, I don't know what the other options are.
Okay. Well,
So 2 usable decks: the main deck and then the hold, basically.
You and Peridot should definitely get some sleep.
I don't sleep.
Well, rest.
I
You
simply
know.
hibernate with my eyes open.
So this is how we're going to do this. I am going to write down a timer. My timer is going to be when you run out of supplies. Every short rest moves that timer up 1. Every long rest moves that timer up 2. So
Could I, Matt,
Mhm.
using my last hope that I currently have, use my nomadic pack from my Wanderborn community to provide us with an extra day's worth of supplies?
We can make the clock 1 number higher through that. Yes. But I think we're going to say for this that's usable this one time,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
With Kelly's instruction of trying to take inventory of our supply in the ship, do we have can we estimate how realistic the 2-week journey with our supply is?
Yes. I would say I think that's going to be perceive, so instinct, I guess. Or analyze, knowledge.
Kelly, you do that.
I think as what Kelly's gonna do, because she doesn't feel right about taking a rest when someone else isn't, and so what she's going to do with her long rest is she's going to clear all of her wounds.
Hey, Jack, just one, because I just want to resolve one thing. We want to resolve.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We want to resolve that how much supplies everybody has. Because would you be able to do in the knowledge roll first, and then getting to the rest, and then everyone can do the rest?
Okay.
We hadn't started the rest actions.
We're still
So-
making a plan for our journey.
Okay.
So they were asking, can Kelly determine how many supplies are on the ship? And that would be a knowledge roll. And so Neil was asking you to do so.
Okay. Uh, 17 with hope.
Okay. Perfect. In that case, Kelly, going through the ship, you find that there are, along with Peridot, who's good at scrounging and helping you, you find hardtack and even a few things that are canned, sardines and whatnot, enough, and some rigging to potentially get food. Thusly, you would estimate that, or use well, I'll tell you, it would be 7 counts, and because of your ability to even kind of figure out the precise minimums you would need each day, we're going to call it 8. Now, as far as kind of the question, as far as realistically how can you make that journey, that's going to be up to you because of the way that we do the timing in this game. It's not number of days, it's counters. And so it sounds like we're taking a long rest now. So if we choose the long rest, we'll go from 8 to 6. So 2 days worth or whatever supplies will be used.
But what marks success in our journey? Would it be like a navigation roll or something, or?
Correct. It would be, yeah. As you would make certain navigation rolls, we would see how many you make. Then fear would begin to go into that, and we would go forward.
Okay.
So I would say it's potential you have enough. It just sort of depends. You understand, because of the way this is, it's, and would you find something to maybe increase that clock again? It's possible. Because you can do projects too on your rest, so there's ways maybe you could figure out. It really depends on how all this goes. So, right. So now are we good to start the long rest, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Kelly was, and Elijah, good? Not hearing anything. I'm assuming that's okay. Well, I guess I don't know if you moved.
How does the resting affect, in theory, Naylin or somebody's driving the ship? Does it have to be Naylin, and therefore can she take a long rest?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can Lies take a long rest if she has to keep magic on the...
Oh, that's right. That's what they were trying to figure out. So yeah, because of the way the long rest works. So since everyone can have the benefits of it, so you get your 2 moves.
Gotcha.
So now we'll go into the description of the 2 moves. I've lowered your supplies from 8 to 6. I know, Kelly, you were going to start with a move before I stopped you before.
Kelly is just going to spend some time around the group, and while she's there, she's going to catch herself up and try to do some crossword puzzles to calm down. And she also is kind of humming a Debbie Gibson song, and is kind of clearing her stress and HP.
Nice. How is she mending her wounds?
She finds some stuff on the ship to kind of use as a means of helping her cuts and bandaging them, and just making sure she
old clothes, scraps of fabric, netting, rope. All right, next.
Peridot would be tending to her wounds. She'd be would pull out this like a jar of it looks kind of like tree sap almost, but it kind of like has a weird like color and kind of magical like vibe to it. And as she like puts it on like the splintered bits of her little wooden body, it kind of like uh melts into the wood and kind of like puts everything back together, seals up the cracks and everything.
Nice.
For Wise, she kind of reverts back to the memories of when she would spend time in the house with Mother and she would hurt herself. And you see her not realizing it, but she's actually like using some of the shadow magic that she knows to kind of put into herself. And that's slowly healing the wounds, but also leaving these more scars and darker parts of her. And that's also how she's patching up her jacket, her leather jacket.
Naylin pulls out the salve that she got from Zav, wraps up her wounds, and still finds herself very stressed. And I think she kind of, like, hovers over Kelly and decides that she doesn't know how to talk about it, and then she'll hover near Lies and decide she doesn't know how to talk about it, and hover near Peridot and doesn't know how to talk about it. But then she'll sit down at the helm of the ship and decide that, like she usually does, that instead of talking about stuff, she's just gonna throw herself into a task. And so basically, because of my ancestry, I can do 3 actions instead of 2 during a rest. So I will prepare by, gathering my thoughts, trying to plot the navigation and all of that stuff, and I'll gain a hope. But by throwing herself into just, deciding it's all hands on deck, focus on the task, that's also, I'm going to clear my stress track as well.
Nice.
I think as she looks at Lies, I think the last time we were on a ship, we were racing for Captain Julie.
I didn't catch that, sorry.
I'm sorry. So Kelly says as she's looking at Lies, I think the last time we were on a ship, we were in a race for Captain Julie.
We were. We also had Naylin's. Is he your husband? Like, have you guys heard from him even?
From Julie?
No, the other guy. what was his name? Al, wasn't it?
Resh.
Resh.
Resh. Yeah, do you still have his picture?
Is Nayland here? That was Robin offering the name.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you walked away.
It felt. I mean, Nayland could be here if you want.
I mean, we're just having some downtime talk. If you'd like to join us.
I figured
Wait.
we went that far.
Neelan, you're married?
No, I'm not married. Yes, I still have the picture.
You should see the picture, Peridot.
Is it romantic?
It actually is one of my best photos I've ever taken. It's right at sunrise.
Oh, that sounds romantic.
It is not romantic, but it is private.
Oh. Sorry, Nayland. Just trying to cheer everybody up.
But yeah, Kelly, I remember that time on the ship.
Yeah, I was just thinking back to that. It seems so long ago. Eberron. We've really been through a lot.
Yeah, it feels like a lifetime ago. I mean, I guess for some of us it was.
Look, Nayland, you seemed really, well versed in steering the ship.
Okay, and?
Well, do you want to talk about it?
You point it in the direction you want to go, and you just make sure you go with the current and not against it.
Not asking for advice on how to steer a ship, Nayland. You grew up on ships, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Steering them definitely was different. But yeah.
Did you ever steer them when you were younger?
No. That kind of stuff is intense. And I was pretty young back then.
And you can tell Kelly looks like she wants to say something, but she is telling herself not to.
Did your ship have a name?
Mm-hmm. The leaf rung.
The leapfrog?
Leaf rung.
The leaf rung.
Maybe this could be the leaf rung number 2.
Did Julie's ship have a name?
I think so. My dad's yachts used to have names, but he would give them first names. It was really weird. There was Nicole and Jennifer.
Did your dad name him after his girlfriends?
Ew.
Did your dad have girlfriends?
Okay, I don't want to talk about that. But I sometimes thought he might.
always thought you were supposed to name ships after cool stuff or pretty ladies.
Like Jennifer or Nicole.
But I don't know who those ladies are.
I don't either.
Have you ever been on a boat before, Peridot?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, well, it was on like a pond, so not like a big boat like this.
What kind of boat was it?
It was just like a little tiny rowboat on a pond.
Did you steer it?
I mean, yeah, it fit 2 people and you have 2 oars and you just go back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, so somebody rowed it with you.
Yeah.
Who rowed it with you?
My dad. Well, he wasn't really my dad.
Your dad. I don't think you've ever spoken about him.
Well, they're not exactly my parents.
Was this in the Narrows?
Yeah.
Well, is your dad still around?
I'm sure that they're probably still alive. It depends on what time we get back because Perilous said that time was acting really weird around Nightfall Narrows and you could leave and then come back and it was a different time outside and inside, and they were saying that nobody should leave unless like you knew what you were doing, which I assume applied to you guys, which is why I kind of stowed away.
We never know what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm beginning to gather that. We're like 5 peas in a pod.
Yeah. I miss Careless.
Oh. You know what we should name the boat?
What?
The Farrah Fawcett.
The GM has died.
What? Why would? What?
Yeah, she's a pretty lady, right?
Yeah, she has her own hairspray.
Peridot, did your parents in the Narrows, did they know about all of you or just the enchantment?
Oh, they didn't know I was a replacement for their child. That's why I left. So that they would never know.
Well,
Although, in retrospect, they probably would know because all of a sudden one day their child up and disappeared.
What happens if they think you got kidnapped? And they've been like on searching for you ever since.
Because I left them a note saying, please don't look for me.
That totally would sound like you got kidnapped.
Lies tried that with us once. And we
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
did not listen.
no.
Yeah. It doesn't work. Well,
Well, I don't know exactly what that means for them. Do you think they would have like left Nightfall Narrows to go look for me?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. You're like a little girl.
But I'm not a little girl. I'm a pretend little girl.
But they don't know that.
But yeah, you never told them.
Precisely. Because then I'd have to explain the whole, oh, I'm sorry, I just replaced your child who was taken away in the middle of the night and you were robbed.
I mean, I'm sure they didn't like follow you through the portal and then end up somewhere else. So it's probably fine.
I'm sure Careless is talking them down and keeping them calm.
I don't know.
Oh, I hope so.
Last I spoke to Careless, she seemed a little off.
Yeah, what was up with that log?
Yeah, I know. I don't know, but she wouldn't stop talking to it. I feel bad now because I worry that she was using the log as a replacement for me.
Crickets.
You guys don't think that?
Things going through my mind like, you mean instead of caressing and talking for you, she's doing that to a log?
I think Careless is a really well-adjusted individual. That's why we went to her so much.
You think she misses her family?
Do you miss yours?
Well, yeah.
Doesn't stop you from doing the work that needs doing, though.
What about you?
The only people I miss are people who are gone anyway.
Well, I mean, I feel the same way. But we've seen all sorts of things out here in this universe, and you never know what you're going to run into.
Naylan ominously looks over the edge of the boat.
I have a confession. I might have seen something when I was looking into magic here. I saw well, it was a ship. Yeah, it was a ship. And there were sails and gigantic whales and gigantic octopi, squid-like things. Except it wasn't in the ocean.
Where was it? Eberron?
No. I think it was the Astral Sea.
Nayland sits down. What do you mean you saw the astral sea?
I was using magic. I was trying to learn about what I keep calling this realm of time, because I don't have another name for it. And I think I saw the past, but in the astral sea. And Nayland, I think it might have been your ship.
Well, I don't understand why you would be seeing that. I mean,
Because Nayland, I have lived so selfishly and stupidly, and I was trying in my moment when I had access to all of this magic. I wanted to know. I thought I could, because I didn't know everything, and I thought I could try to find if your dad was missing. I know I should have asked you, but you never would have said yes, because you never do anything for yourself.
well, because he's not missing, Kelly. I know what happened to him. Why do we have to go digging around?
Because of what happened in the 20s, when I came to the realization that I might be able to tap into time itself and find if there was a way to help others, because it was the first time we traveled through time, and I realized the potential as soon as we got here of the magical capabilities of tapping into time itself to understand all of these realms, not only where they are now, but where they were. I thought I could find him.
Nayland gets up in a huff. You always do this. Kelly, you always make my mind go. You make me do stuff I know I shouldn't do. We come back to Greenvold. We wish your mom back. I don't know why I let you get in my head. I'm gonna go get some air.
As soon as she leaves, Kelly says, I can't save him. I just don't know if it's the right move, but I think it is. And she might hate me forever for doing it, but I think I can save him.
How?
When I tapped in, that man I met at the gallery, he knew about the realm I was talking about. He has information. We just don't have it yet because we haven't met with him yet. I have a feeling this place has information that allows magic to work so much differently than where we're from.
Well, I've trusted you so far, Kelly, and everything you've done. So I got your back.
Still, I don't know one thing. Despite whether or not I can, I don't know. I don't have all the information. And I don't know if there's something about this whole situation. I mean, we're talking about life and death. And I think if I fail, or even if I succeed, I won't be able to stay. But it would be worth it.
I think we'd find a way to make you stay and keep you.
I just don't want to be deceptive about anything. After today, when we all almost died, I realized how this group, how we depend on each other. And I want every action I take to be open so that if Nayland does need to stop me, then I have to accept that maybe I need to be stopped. Because I've seen magic also corrupt people.
Well,
I don't want to be corrupt.
before you try this a little more, you just said it, like, this group means so much to each of us. For me, this group's become more of a family than any of the families I've had. The one I can't remember, that's bits and pieces of, or even the time with Mother that I've learned to now was not really a family. But spending my time with you all has been like a family. Maybe Nayland feels that way, Kelly, and that's why she's so distant about wanting to find her dad. So maybe before we do venture down this, you sit down and talk to her about it and get her feelings.
You're right. And I think my approach has been all wrong anyway. I think instead of thinking about the drastic actions, maybe it would do us all some good to go to the Astral Sea as it is, to see it for ourselves, to learn more if she wants answers.
Liz looks at the camera at that moment and goes, I don't know, but maybe he does. She just smiles.
Who are you talking to?
Nobody. But they get it.
Peridot kind of just like waves a hand in front of your face while you keep on staring straight into the fourth wall.
Well, just let Nayland know I'm sorry, and I won't bring it up again for now until she's had a chance to think about it and All I know is that if somebody approached me with magic and they said they could save my mom, I would jump at the chance. So I clearly don't have all the information. There's something she isn't telling us, or something she doesn't want to tell us. And that's totally fine. She doesn't have to. But it also means that we really, or at least I don't know her as well. And
I was
wish-
thinking the same thing, actually. Like, I mean, Peridot, I know you're new with Ace, but for how long we've journeyed with her, Kelly, we don't really know much about her history much. And I feel like that's maybe our fault because we never asked much.
you know, if she's okay with it, I'd like to go ask her right now and just maybe not say anything and just let her talk.
Maybe we should all go.
Yeah. Are you game, Peridot?
Yeah, because, well, Neelan's an important part of our team. We should all know and care about one another and be able to talk about our feelings, to trust one another.
Exactly. She just needs to know that she can talk to us and that we won't, that I won't do anything rash. Come on, let's go. I want to hold Elias and Peridot's hands.
If you are looking around for Naylan, I actually think she would run into you guys kind of surprised and then be like, Peridot, I was just actually looking for you.
You walked away from me. I was there while we were all talking. And
Well, yeah, that was before. And then, I mean, I thought we all just kind of would have disbanded at that point.
oh,
I was coming to find you.
what do you need?
Can I talk to you for a second?
Well, we all were kind of hoping to talk to you. But sure, if you want, if there's something that you need of me, as Peridot kind of like thinks that this might be a crafting opportunity.
Is this some kind of intervention? What's happening?
No, it's more like an apology. And we just realized, or at least I should say I mostly realized too, because I'm the one who did the stupid thing. There's a lot about you that you, I think, maybe want to keep to yourself. That's fine. But we just wanted a chance to sit down and not speak and just let you share what you want to share. And if it's nothing, then it's nothing. And that's fine too. It's just that I realize that you and I are very different, and what I would consider one thing you consider very differently, and I think it's because I don't have the information, and I'm in this world. I might be very, very smart, but I've also become very, very dumb. Like I've lost connection to people, and I'm so focused on books. So I just wanted to reassure you that I'm not going to do anything unless you want us to, but also offer the possibility of looking into visiting again if it's not what you want, then but visiting the astral sea so we can get to know you better. Anyway, I'm talking too much. That wasn't what I wanted. I didn't want to talk at all. But if you'd rather talk to Peridot, that's fine, obviously. Whatever you need. And I am sorry. More than you realize.
This all feels dramatic and weird. You know, to be sorry for anything. I'm sorry I snapped at you. And I appreciate your honesty about what you're thinking and feeling. I don't know that I have the emotional bandwidth to consider what you're asking me to consider. And that's the most honest I could be about it.
Okay.
Peridot, I mean, it wasn't a big deal. I just wanted to give you this. And Nayland hands Peridot a piece of paper. And it's got like, it looks like a grade school kid tried to draw like here's like a little house, and then in front of it are stick figures of like my mom, my dad, and like all of like their family, and it's like this really crude, disgusting sketch. And instead of a house, it's like a little boat. And then there's all of the members of our party. And she says, I was just thinking about what you had said and sort of what we all talked about, and I think there's a lot you can't control about family, like children who might be gone or dads who might be gone or whatever. So I think it's important to celebrate the choices that you do have and the things that you can control. I was thinking about that a lot last night, actually. And I know that your family back in Nightfall Narrows maybe doesn't know everything about you. But we're starting to. And you can see in the picture there's Kelly in like a cheerleader's outfit and Lies with like Frankenstein stitches, and Nayland has like dog ears and a dog tail, and Ace looks like a little devil with devil horns and a tail, and Peridot looks like a little doll. And well, I guess I just wanted you to know that you're my family. And I pick you, knowing everything about you.
If Peridot could cry, she would be. And she's like, I love you too, Nayland. And she hugs you.
She'll hug you back. I mean, it's really ugly. I used to be a really good drawer, but actually something happened. I can't draw anymore. But it's the best I could do.
I love it even though it's stick figures.
There is one thing I have to ask about. It's not easy to ask considering what we just talked about. But there's a man who owes us information specifically about something called the Realm of Time. If you'd like, I will shut that book and never open it again. Magic is very powerful, and maybe I understand now why it's not supposed to go to people like me. But it's so tempting.
I mean, if you really want my thoughts,
Yes.
I know that you say you feel different here. And maybe your interest in, books and magic is different, but you're exactly the same as you've always been. And when you're passionate about something, or you care about something, you go after it 110%. And that's the same then as it was now. I don't think I need to know what this guy has to say, but you're you. And I mean, like I just said to Peridot, I don't want you to be something you're not. If you want to know about this realm of time, I think you're gonna go learn about it, whether you stand here overthinking it or not.
I don't think I will. It clearly hurts people, and I don't want to be that. I was that before. I don't want to be that again. We'll leave the door shut. And I'll focus my magic on other things. I was only doing it because I thought it might help, and now I realize it's like it was so different than what I thought. And you can call it melodramatic or whatever, but I do care about you, Naylin. You're like the closest thing to a sister I've ever had. Just like I care about Lies. I mean, I don't think I would be here without Lies, to be honest with you. I think I would have been kicked out of this group a long time ago. But thank you for your faith in me, Lies.
You're welcome. This totally took a different turn than what I thought we were going to come over and talk about.
I know it did. I just wanted to get to know you better, Naylin, and I understand that you like to keep things to yourself. That's who you are. But since we are family, there are some things you can only say to family. If it helps,
what's your backstory?
Yeah, like like I will tell you something embarrassing about me. I don't mind.
We just feel bad because we've traveled so much in these different realms, and you know so much about us. You've seen Kelly's world. You've seen my world. You've seen where Peridot grew up, even, like, but we've never really heard much about where you're from.
We just want to get to know you.
I feel like I've talked about it.
Not that much.
Bits and pieces.
I would love to know more about it. It sounds like an amazing place. With obviously without the caveat of all the nonsense I was digging into. Just get to know it. Get to know you. Get to know where you grew up. Who created this wonderful woman in front of us? Where did she come from?
When we were in the darkest house, there was that room where you would walk in and you'd see things from your past, like how Sparkle saw the portal he was pushed through to leave the Feywild. But when we went into my room, it was stuff I had never seen before.
What do you mean?
It was like a laboratory. There were people in there. I guess people, they were in tubes and lying on tables, and there were notes about them. They looked like me.
All of them?
Yeah, all of them. But different, you know, different sizes. I don't know.
Like versions of you?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure what's real.
Nayland, you're real, obviously. If you want to explore these questions, I think we'd all be happy to explore them with you.
I feel real.
Of course you're real.
But what if I'm not?
You are. If you're not real, then I'm not real. And then what is real? Who cares? We're all here together.
Nayland, even if you think like that was you and there's different yous, like, you're still the one that we know and the one that's our family. Like, I was created, if you think about it, by you-know-who, technically, because she brought me back and put pieces on me, so I kind of know what you might be going through, in a way.
Yeah, I used to have an imaginary friend who looked a lot like me.
That tracks.
What I'm saying is, Nayland, you shouldn't be afraid of how we'll see you. We'll still see you exactly as you are. But it sounds like this is something that is going to weigh on you. And I find the best way to move forward is to have answers. Don't let somebody else or something else define what you are. You're not some glitch.
Okay, can we be done for today?
Yeah. Thank you, Nayland. That helps a lot with my understanding. And I think I understand why you don't want... Yeah, I think I get it.
For what it's worth, I don't think I got it until I started talking out loud.
Well, that helps. See? That means every night at this time, we're all going to share something. Lies, you're up next. So get ready for that.
Okay.
Everyone think of great questions for Lies next week.
There was a lot of stuff that kind of went right over my head because big words hurt my brain. But you know what, Neelan? Even if there are different versions of you, you're the one that matters the most because you're my version.
You're the
my
best
Neelan.
version.
God, this is a lot. Okay, thank you, everybody. I'm gonna go throw up.
All right. We should make her a trophy, letting her know she's the number one, Nayland.
Oh, God. I do think Nayland actually, the mood is, she was smiling because it got goofy, but she turns back pretty serious this time, and she's I actually think I'm number 19, whatever that means. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm gone. Bye.
Lies. Kelly's still here, but she's stage whispering to Lies.
Yeah.
Lies.
Yeah.
If there's multiple Neelans in the universes, right? What if there's multiple Kellys?
There's
think-
multiple everybody.
Do you think there's a version of Kelly that's like, I don't know, a mermaid?
I think Lies like turns and looks at Kelly. No, that could never happen.
What about a version of her that speaks to animals?
I don't know. She's
Wait.
not really good with animals.
Backtracking, you said there could be different versions of us.
I don't know, maybe.
What if there's a version of me that's a real girl? With
Wait, isn't
blood
there one
and
already?
normal body growth.
Wait, hold on. Isn't there one because you technically replaced her?
Good point. Good point. Oh my gosh. I replaced myself. The ultimate deception.
What is happening?
It got serious then goofy, then serious then goofy again.
This is what happens when you RP for a full hour straight.
Amazing things.
Indeed. With that, we're going to end for tonight and pick up on the sailing and the finding of this glacier or glacier dragon next week.